What's up, you guys? Welcome back to the Mikey's Action Figures channel. Today we're taking a look at the VHS animated series Green Goblin and Mary Jane 2-pack. I'm excited for this. I definitely have been wanting a Mary Jane Watson from the animated series for a long time. I don't know how much I'm gonna love the Green Goblin, but we're gonna check them out, see what they got going on. Let's get it, you guys. Welcome back to the channel, you guys. It's your boy Mikey's Action Figures, and yes, we're taking a look at Green Goblin and Mary Jane Watson from the animated series. You guys already know, if you've been watching my channel for a while, you know I love Spider-Man, you know I love the animated series, and you know I've been excited for this one. For the most part, I've been more excited for Mary Jane because I don't know how I feel about this Green Goblin. I didn't love some of the pictures I saw online, but I will say when it comes to animated series, I think I'm just gonna buy it just to buy it. But the Mary Jane has been on my want list, so I had to buy this 2-pack. Now, one of the things I'm gonna do, and I'll do it in this video, is they made a Norman Osborn head sculpt to go with this Green Goblin. But I already have myself a Kid Bash Norman Osborn from the retro Green Goblin that we got some time ago. So I have been thinking that I'm gonna use that head sculpt, put it on a suited body, and turn that into Harry Osborn. So we're gonna try that on the video as we're going through it. Before we get into the figures and all the other stuff they come with, let's check out the box for you inbox collectors. So as far as the front of the packaging, you just get an image of Green Goblin and Mary Jane from the animated series. On the side of the packaging, you get the numbers 1 and 2 for Green Goblin and Mary Jane Watson. You also have like the Marvel Legend symbol that kind of looks like the VHS movie stuff. You also on the bottom get pictures of the side view face of Green Goblin and Mary Jane as well. Back of the box, you see the Spider-Man logo up top with Green Goblin and Mary Jane in action figure form right there, as well as the barcode and some other pieces. On the other side of the box, you get a large Spider-Man logo on the top, as well as Green Goblin and Mary Jane below. And that is pretty much it for the box. Nothing crazy, nothing special. Like I said, man, I've never been an inbox collector with Marvel Legends. Most of the time, if I'm an inbox collector, it's with Hot Toys or Mafex or SH Figuarts, stuff like that. So we're gonna go ahead and take these figures out of the box, check them out, see what they got going on. Okay, you guys, so here they are out of the packaging. I don't know what's going on with that Green Goblin's face, man, but it looks really weird. Overall, like I said before, I was not really buying this for the Green Goblin. It looks weird to me. I don't know. There's some stuff off about it. The Mary Jane looks really nice. I really like the way the head sculpt looks, and we'll go over that a little bit. But right now, I want to get into the accessories, talk about those, and then we'll compare those as well. So let's check out their accessories. Okay, so getting into the accessories, we're gonna start off with the Green Goblin's accessories. So this is his glider, nice purple colored glider. I did also want to compare to the older retro Green Goblin glider. Pretty much looks exactly the same with some minor differences in the color and then also in the top portion. So that is the gliders next to each other. But yeah, I do like the purple glider a lot better. And then next up, I'll show off, he does have a new interchangeable head sculpt. So this is the new interchangeable head sculpt. I will compare the previous head sculpt as well. It does feel like this new head sculpt is a lot bigger than the previous one. But I mean, if you guys didn't get the chance to get this Norman Osborn head, you do have this one. But for me, this is going to be my Harry Osborn. I just feel like, you know, that's Norman Osborn's son right there, you know. Next up for the Goblin accessories, we have a pumpkin bomb. We've all seen this sculpt before. I have like 10 of these. I'm sure a lot of people have multiple of these little pumpkin bombs. Next up on the list, we do have this green bag, which I'm not exactly sure if this goes with Mary Jane or the Green Goblin. But this is the previous one that came with the retro Green Goblin. We've also seen this used for the Mary Jane and Spider-Man 2-pack, but it's the same sculpt for the bag. Okay, so for Mary Jane's accessories, she does not come with much. She comes with a set of fisted hands and a set of open hands. That's all she comes with for her. Alright, you guys, so that is it for accessories. Now, we're going to go ahead and take a look at these figures. I'll do some comparisons and everything. A lot of the Green Goblin is all the same sculpt we've seen before, except for that crazy looking head sculpt. But just to bring this one a little bit closer, so that is the Green Goblin head sculpt. And then this is the older Green Goblin head sculpt from the retro card. Pretty much the same body mold. They did not give him pinless joints. He still has the pins. Mary Jane fell. but everything else is pretty much the same. Almost everything. I mean, honestly, everything except for some minor things. I switched out the fists. Here, he had these hands, but I just wanted some fists for him, so I put some purple fists there. That's why you see those. But yeah, I mean, overall, same sculpt here. Obviously, this Green Goblin has some sculpting scales and stuff, whereas this one's more plain. Very reminiscent of the Hobgoblin that we got from the retro wave. So that's pretty much what this one looks like. But yeah, that's the crazy head sculpt. Just such a weird head sculpt. But let me actually see if you could pop off this head sculpt and put it on this Green Goblin. So if you did want to do that, obviously the colors don't match, but you do have that option as well. Let's go ahead and take this and put that Norman Osborn head sculpt on there. If it fits, there you go. So that's the old retro Goblin with the Norman head sculpt. And then this is the VHS Goblin with his head sculpt. It does look better on this, I think. Definitely looks a lot better. And then this is the other original retro Norman Osborn on there, and he looks pretty good as well. I will say it's a brighter green, but I don't like how they did like the weird coloration here. You know, I feel like it's just too off, whereas like this one is all matching, so I'd prefer the all matching color. So these are your two Goblins, the retro and then the VHS. I don't have the one before that, which I think is like a darker, like everything else is a little bit different as far as color, but the body mold is exactly the same and a different head sculpt, same thing. But I don't know, man, like even twisting this joint feels tighter, whereas this one just feels super loose, super like if I just go like that, it's twisting. Whereas this one, if I do that, you know, definitely has some tightness to it. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't like this Green Goblin. It's a no for me. He's going to be one that I get rid of for sure. But I do like this head sculpt, so I'm definitely going to use this for something. Alright, so taking a look at Mary Jane. We'll get a better look at her head sculpt. I'm just going to say this right off the bat. This head sculpt is straight from the animated series. I really like the way it looks, man. I like the way, the overall look, the colorations of the figure. I like the yellow. I like the blue in the pants. I like the cowboy boots. They look really nice. Everything overall looks really nice, you know. For articulation, she does have one of those ball pegs. It's like a T-ball peg, not like your average pegs. So you do get that. This is her up and down motion. Not too far up because of the hair. Her arms go pretty high. She is on your single jointed elbows, but they do have some good articulation. She does have a ab or torso swivel, no waist swivel, thigh swivel, pinless double jointed knees. They go pretty well. She does have a twist at the boot, ankle hinge, and pivot. So overall, a really clean figure. She's gonna go perfect on my Spider-Man shelf, so I'm not mad at it. I actually really like this figure a lot. I think it looks great. So those are the two figures. Let's go ahead and get into some size comparisons and see what these figures look like next to some counterparts and some other figures that I have lying around. Alright, so we're gonna start off with Green Goblin. We're gonna do some size comparisons with him. So this is him next to the suited body kit bash of Norman Osborn. This is him next to my Peter Parker kit bash. This is him next to the retro carded Green Goblin. This is him next to the animated series Aunt May. This is him next to the Mary Jane from this 2-pack. This is him next to Gwen Stacy. And finally, this is the Green Goblin next to the animated series Spider-Man figure. Alright, so next up for the comparisons, we have Mary Jane Watson. So this is her next to Gwen Stacy from the retro card. This is her next to Aunt May from the animated series. So that is her next to Aunt May. This is her next to the Norman Osborn kit bash. This is her next to the Peter Parker kit bash. Super excited for that new Peter Parker that's coming out. This is her next to Harry Osborn. And then this is her next to the retro carded Green Goblin. And finally, for Mary Jane, this is her next to the animated series Spider-Man figure. They go pretty well together, if you ask me. So those are the comparisons. Okay, so real quick, let me know what you guys think. I went ahead and put this Harry Osborn on a Suda body. Well, I keep saying Harry Osborn, but it's Norman Osborn. I put the Norman Osborn head sculpt on a Suda body to see how it looks. And it doesn't look too bad. I will say the head's a little big, but it actually looks pretty good. So this is the Norman Osborn kit bash that I have. And for me, man, I think that this looks pretty good. Obviously, some people are going to keep this as Norman, but I just feel like, you know, he makes a good Harry Osborn in the collection if you don't have one and you want one. These guys go well as Norman and Harry Osborn. So I feel like it just looks pretty good like that. So, you know, father and son duo right here. Hobgoblin and Green Goblin. Alright, you guys, so there you have it. That is it for my video on the Green Goblin and Mary Jane 2-pack. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe if you guys are new to the channel. Until the next one, you guys, let's get it.
I told you fools, this is gonna be a good video.
And finally, for Mary Jane, this is her next to the animated series